Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the soul connection reading for the week. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, May 13th, going all the way until Sunday, May 19th. So this could be for soulmates, twin flames, however you resonate with a partner. We're going to be checking into their energy, your energy, the connection, etc. So as usual, I'm going to be using a bunch of different decks that I'll list in the description box below. But as I shuffle, I'll introduce each deck that I'm using. And of course, the normal, if it's not resonating with you, don't take the messages. If I'm not resonating with you, better yet, just unsubscribe altogether. Pretty simple. We don't need to subject ourselves to anything that we are just not resonating with. It's pretty easy, right? So let's just go ahead and jump right into this reading and just see what's going on. Now, there are a couple of decks that I normally don't use that I may read a couple of lines from just to make sure that we're getting the correct message on the card. One of them is the Divine Circus Oracle. It's a great deck by Alana Fairchild, but the problem is that she's created characters, and I don't know what these characters mean. So I want to do the Oracle justice and make sure that you guys get the proper message, okay? I own so many different Oracle and Tarot decks, I don't always have time to learn systems, and this is one of them. So there's literally a couple of words here, that I'm just going to read to make sure that you get the correct one. And another one is the Lightworkers Oracle. What an amazing deck. Alana Fairchild is a great deck creator, but she's very in depth with what her cards mean. And again, without looking into the book, you're not going to get the correct message, at least for me. So anyways, I want to make sure that we do it justice. So also, too, I've got an Orgonite here from Wing & Bell. This is one of my newest Orgonites from them. It's the Mermaid Orgonite. And because it's Monday, I just thought, you know what? I wanted to use a couple of mermaid cards, and it just felt appropriate to use it. So anyways, I'll list them in the description box below if you guys don't already know their site. So let's get into it. So the very first thing that we're going to focus on is your connection with your partner, okay? So this, I tend to channel for people that are not in some sort of connection. Meaning they're in separation, or you have little to no contact, or there's some sort of challenge. That just happens to be the way that I channel my readings. So let's get into it. Let's see. I already said let's get into it like 5 times now. What do I want to use first? I'm just going to intuitively go for something. You know what? I think I'm going to use my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Also, all the decks that I created in the description box below. If you guys are international, email me and I will send you a special link to order them. But I'm going to combine these with the deck. So the Twin Flame Journey Tarot, I want to combine these because I just want to see what's going on with your connection. I'm just feeling it out. What do I want to use here? I think I'm going to combine them with my new Crystal Grid Oracle. Okay, just feeling it for some reason. The Crystal Grid Oracle. I'm going to move some things around. All right, let's just see where the connection lies between you and another. What's going on in the connection this week? We have the Queen of Wands. So if you're a fire sign individual, this is going to be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This could be a very specific message for you, but try not to get caught up in the signs. I just like to mention them for special purposes. Confident and magnetic is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is full of energy. The Queen of Wands is literally on top of her game, feeling really good in her energy. So I just kind of feel like maybe if you're a feminine and you're watching this video this week and you're in that kind of energy, that might be a special message for you. So let's go ahead and get an oracle here. We have channel. Wow. Black phantom quartz. What I'm picking up on is that you're a channel. You're a channel of this energy. You're exuberating this magnetic, confident energy this week in your connection. So whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing more of it. Meaning it's positive. It's very high vibrational. You are attracting to you exactly what it is that you desire this week when it comes to this connection. That's what I'm getting here. So the feminine's energy in the connection this week really, really matters. That's what I'm picking up on here. Look, see, I'm telling you here, there is some sort of fire and passion. Now we have the Eight of Wands, which is the energy surge and communication. So if some of you are wanting to have something move forward in the connection, you're wanting some sort of communication to occur, I feel like the energy that you are residing in is really, really drawing this to you. So I feel like the feminine has a lot of power this week. I mean, we always have power, but she has a lot more confidence. And because of this, she's drawing to her. She's a channel of creating something here. You might also be channeling a lot of energy, a lot of information about this connection this week. It's like channeled communication. You're channeling communication. You're picking up on the vibes, perhaps, of your masculine this week. Wow. See, with total clarity, you guys. Okay, I have no idea how to say this. Herkimer diamond. Not sure, you guys, but that's what the stone is here, or the crystal, I should say. Clarity. Holy crap. Look at that. You are channeling complete, clear communication this week because your energy is so freaking on point, feminines. That's what I'm seeing here. So whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. Whatever energy you are just is just on fire. It's on point. That's just all I keep getting from spirit here. So let's get one last card. We have Four of Cups. Okay, so the Four of Cups card, it says missed opportunity. Let's see what this is all about. And we have angels. Wow. I feel like what's happening here, not only do you have your own energy, your own wisdom, your own power working for you this week, you also have angelic beings. You have the divine. You have spiritual assistance this week. We have selenite and angelite. Literally have some sort of divine energy that is assisting you when it comes to a missed opportunity. Maybe somebody just kind of, before they missed this opportunity, but now all of a sudden things are starting to shift and change within this connection. It was a missed opportunity before, but perhaps because of your own energy to be able to survive and move forward and take care of yourself, now all of a sudden things are starting to shift and change within this connection, this missed opportunity prior. So that's what I'm getting here, is that this particular week, whatever it is that you're doing, it's working towards this connection in a positive way. Whatever missed opportunities there were before, these are starting to shift and change. Very interesting. So that's what's going on with the connective energies, you guys. It's all about the feminine this week and her power and her energy. It's working for you, feminines. Beautiful. All right, so let's just go ahead and get into some different cards. Let's go ahead and take a look at the masculine. Where's the masculine at this week? What's going on with the masculine? What's the energy here? So let's go ahead and go into, I'm going to go into these cards right here. This is the Angel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. So we'll get into these and just see where the masculine's at this week. Okay, that one wants to pop out, so we're going to take it. And I want to combine it with my Twin Flame Oracle. And let's go ahead and use a Sacred Rebels card by Alana Fairchild. Okay. Wow. This right here, when I see this card, which is the Judgment card and Lessons, karmic lesson is what I'm picking up on for the masculine this week, you guys. Yeah. What is already with you, as in this knowledge, this lesson is right in front of you. So what's really interesting to me, and I don't know why, let me see where I put those cards. Hold on for just a second. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be able to refer back to the cards we've already pulled. This missed opportunity, whatever it is, okay, so sometimes when the Four of Cups comes up in a reading, this is an indication that somebody's just kind of, looking out in the distance, kind of searching for something else rather than seeing what's in front of them. So for me, when I see this card, what is already with you, it's almost like whatever it is that you think, like the grass is greener on the other side, or there's something else out there, whatever this is, something is already with the masculine. And he's really, really focused, or really that's being revealed to him this week, that whatever it is that he's already searching for is actually already with him. Okay, so this missed opportunity, like I said, because the feminine is in a shifted vibration this week, really raising her vibration and really working towards bettering herself and maybe just focusing on her for a change rather than her focusing on the masculine. So really empowering herself. This energy is causing the masculine to see things differently. So renewal, the fact that that card says renewal, there's some sort of renewed energy for the masculine this week. He's reviewing and evaluating, and it's a favorable assessment of the facts. And it's time to move in a new direction. So this is the deal, you guys. Whatever lessons have been needing to be understood or learned on the masculine's part, I feel like this particular week is really going to be pretty revealing to the masculine. Whatever is already in front of the masculine, something is going to transform. We have all of those butterflies in the palms of the masculine's hand, just really wanting to move into a new direction, really wanting to renew something. So this isn't to give anybody false hope, but I am getting some sort of refreshed new energy for the masculine. That's what I'm picking up on. And it's because of some karmic lesson or he had to go through some sort of a cycle. And I see that there's some sort of a cycle that's coming to a close. Yeah, coming to a close. And so this lesson it's like the lesson or the wisdom was always with the masculine, but he had to figure it out himself. That's what I'm getting here. And before he just couldn't see it, but now he's starting to see something. That's what I'm picking up on. Wow. And the judgment to me sometimes can be a card of an apology. Because we realize what we've done. We realize, how we acted perhaps in the past, and we want to make wrongs right. That's, to me, what judgment is all about, too. So, very heavy energy with the masculine. That's what I'm getting here. Very heavy energy. So I'm just going to say he for the masculine and she for the feminine. It's just easier for me to channel that way. So if it doesn't match up with your situation, just, adjust it. But I don't want to keep saying masculine and feminine every 5 seconds. So let's go ahead and see where the feminine is at. All right. Where's she at this week? Let's see. Ooh, she's in the Tower's energy, life experience. Okay, so this is talking about a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change and time to spread your wings. I mean, I'm telling you here, the feminine, is in this energy of surge, moving forward, being confident and magnetic. This is a powerful revelation, significant energy, spreading your wings and flying. So the feminine isn't really sitting around and just kind of waiting for things to happen. She's going out and she's making things happen. And because of this, it's almost like this energy is affecting the masculine in a positive way. To help things to become revealed, to help things move along in this connection. That's very beautiful. So let's go ahead and get another card. We have mirroring. Wow. She is attracting something again with that Queen of Wands energy. She's mirroring back to her what it is that she's looking for. And she also has inner trust. She's just trusting her intuition that everything is unfolding exactly the way that it's supposed to. Maybe even realizing that certain things had to be gone through for herself and for her masculine for them to basically get to a point to where they can actually give each other what it is that they're looking for. So if you guys have been in separation with somebody, it may be this week that you're really, really kind of getting to that point where you realize that everything has had to happen this way for a specific reason. Sometimes we can get caught up in the energy of it's not fair, this sucks, it's so unfortunate, but the thing is there's some kind of I don't know why I can't talk suddenly, but there's some kind of reason, obviously, as to why something didn't work out before. There's a missed opportunity before, but it's because it wasn't the right time. So now there's something to where she's understanding that everything had to happen a certain way. So I just feel like she's really on point again with her energy, with her intuition, and with everything that has made her to who she is today. And she's looking for somebody to mirror that back to her. So if the masculine isn't ready, she's not chasing the masculine. That's what I'm picking up on. She's not. She's not in the energy. The Queen of Wands doesn't wait around. The Queen of Wands doesn't need to. The Queen of Wands is feeling really, really good, you guys. She's feeling so good that she doesn't really need to wait around. She just trusts that everything that she needs is going to come to her at the right time. She's not trying to push any agendas. She's not waiting. She's not feeling desperate. She's just living her life. She's doing her. That's what I'm getting. And so because of this energy, I really, really feel that it's strong enough to have the masculine now in this energy of basically seeing this missed opportunity here. Maybe they didn't see it before, but he sees it now, and he's starting to make some sort of an assessment or decision when it comes to his life in a major way in order to transform, perhaps for this connection. So it looks really, really good, you guys. So why don't we go ahead and move on into some different decks here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the shadows and some of the work that's being done right now energetically. So we're going to go into Permission to be Powerful, Oracle cards by Melanie from Holigan 1111. And we're going to also use these Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. And while we're at it, we're going to go into these Twin Flame Shadows. And we're also going to go into the Divine Circus Oracle cards. Yeah. So I'm going to use these two together, and I'm going to use these two together. This one's going to be for the masculine. This is for the feminine. Masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine, and masculine, and feminine. Okay, let's check it out, you guys. Let's see where we're at. Ooh, okay, interesting. So for the masculine, we have sacred dance and movement, and we have self-worth. So when I see this energy here, oh, this is interesting. This is the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is basically how we feel about ourselves, you know, our sexual side, our sexual, energy, also how we relate to other people, when it comes to relationships. And so how we see ourselves is actually how we're going to move forward with another person. And so I feel like the masculine right now is in this energy of working on himself in this way. So maybe the masculine is starting to move in the physical world. Maybe the masculine is also starting to get in touch with his sacred side. So maybe he's going through some sort of spiritual awakening or journey right now. But what I have as far as the shadows coming through, so these are challenges, is we have repelled, and we also have the Nubula warrior. And we're going to go ahead and read up on that because I don't know what that means. So right away, I'm getting that the masculine is repelled by something, repelled by his shadow, repelled perhaps by something that's making him feel uncomfortable. And so he's got to do some shadow work is what I'm seeing here, but it's guiding him towards accepting himself and loving himself more. So that way he can move forward in a positive way. So number 17, let's take a look what it says. It says, there are advocates for love on this earth. There are passionate defenders of the freedom for all beings to grow and fulfill their divine destiny. These warriors for the soul know that they can either use darkness to serve the growth of the light. I can't believe it. I can't believe that that's what this card says. Or allow it to consume their sense of hope, trust, and faith in the right outworking of their destiny of all living things. So this is saying you are being initiated in the ways of working with darkness constructively to become a soul warrior for all living beings. Holy crap, you guys. I'm so glad I read that. The masculine, I feel, at this particular time, has been repelled by his darkness, or perhaps repelled from the darkness in others. But that's because that's a projection. So if you're a feminine watching this video and you've gone through something like this with your masculine, where your masculine may have projected some judgment onto you, or there was just certain things that were making him feel very uncomfortable, I'm just getting that's because he is working with his shadow. He's working with the shadow, and or he still needs to work on the shadowy aspect of himself, but it has to do with his own low self-esteem or lack of self-worth. This is not about you, feminine. So that might be a special message for those of you that needed to hear that. So I feel like he's moving through this energy. He's working with the shadows. It's almost like he's dancing with the shadows. And I always use that as an analogy. Dance with your shadows. Learn to dance with them. And that's what I'm seeing. So whatever has repelled the masculine before, or if he has not wanted to work on these aspects of himself, I really feel like he is moving through this energy currently this week. It doesn't mean he's going to master that this week, but he's starting to pick up on that he needs to start doing some sort of work on himself, that it can't be everyone else, that somehow certain things that have happened in his life or haven't happened are because of his own energy. That's what I'm getting here. But I have warrior, which just means that he's got the strength and courage that it takes in order to move through this. But if he is repelled by you right now, it's more about him and his own shadows than it is about you. It's his own lack of self-worth. It's not about you, feminines, is what I'm picking up on. So it might be something that you needed to know this week. Beautiful. I love the way that all those cards literally danced off of one another. So let's go ahead and take a look at the feminine's energy. We have magic and mystery. How beautiful is that? And interesting, we have rejection. So not only do we have the card of repelled from the masculine, but maybe the feminine is feeling rejected by her masculine this week for whatever reason, or she's dealing with the energy that the masculine has given her in the past. So she's dealing with her own energies this week. She's also haunted. Maybe she's haunted by the rejection. Maybe she's haunted by certain aspects, maybe certain judgments from other people. We can see this artist here that's sitting there, and he's thinking of all these different things, all these different possibilities of, if I do this and if I do that, am I going to regret it, is what I'm kind of picking up on. And we have Sacred Fool, and I'm going to read this. So to me, the feminine is really working on her shadows as well this week. She's being haunted by a rejection. She's being haunted by some sort of darkness, that she's afraid if she does this or does that, that might come back to haunt her, that she'll regret this decision. But I see Sacred Fool, and with even or without even reading this first, what I want to pick up on, or what I'm picking up on, is that the Sacred Fool is about starting fresh and just taking a risk anyways. You're never going to know. You're never going to know unless you just basically take that risk and throw caution to the wind and say, fuck it, right? So that's the energy that I already see that the feminine's in this week, is that she's in that Queen of Wands, just wanting to fly free. And that's what I feel for the Fool here, okay? We also have magic and mystery, as in this is about just trusting the magic and the mystery within the universe. We don't always have to know everything either. Sometimes we just have to basically roll with it. Sometimes we just have to basically go into the unknown without having all of our ducks in a row. Sometimes we're not meant to know everything. Right? We're not meant to know everything. Sometimes we just need to let this mystery unfold. I'm just laughing for a specific reason. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the Sacred Fool, number 28. All right. It says, imagine a life free from concern about the opinions of other people. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, a life where you feel brave enough, free enough, trusting enough to play the fool, to make a choice, even if it seems illogical, unreasonable, daring, or downright foolish. Cast aside sensible options and poker faces. The Sacred Fool invites you to live unafraid, to take a risk and step away from the confines of what seems sensible and logical in life. Instead, go through the energy here. Rather than thinking about all this heavy crap, rather than thinking about what you should or shouldn't do, again, I'm just going to say it again, fuck it. Just go into the energy of magic and mystery like a Sacred Fool. This energy is holding you back. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of all the naysayers, or just all of the voices that are in your head, feminines, because the energy that I see you in, you're untouchable, but we all have those shadows. We all have those fears. So this could just be a little bit of energy that's kind of creeping in here and there to basically trip you up on your journey right now. Screw it. So just go ahead and get into this very sacred fool's energy and just do you and keep moving forward. Even if you don't know what's around the next corner, go anyways, move forward anyways. It's so beautiful. I love it. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and get some energies here of, the ascension process right now. What's happening on our ascension process? What's going on with our spiritual lessons, our spiritual energies right now, all of that. So we're going to be going into the Lightworkers Oracle cards. Yeah, Lightworkers Oracle cards by Alana Fairchild. And why don't we go ahead and combine those with, we'll combine those with this, the Twin Flame Journey Tarot again. And kind of like what's going on our journey right now. And what's happening here with, okay, so these 3 cards, because what I was going to do one for the masculine, feminine, and the connection. So they're already here. So we'll just take them. And so for the masculine, let's get this. For the feminine, 2 for the feminine, and for the connection. All right, so for the masculine on his ascension process this week, we have past life activation. Interesting. And we have the 8 of Swords, which is imprisonment. Imprisoned by some sort of maybe past life situation or energy. Maybe some sort of an energy from the past is haunting the masculine this week or keeping him confined. So to me, we already did see that the Judgment card came up for the masculine in the very beginning of this reading, which is some sort of a karmic lesson or review. Okay, could be something from the past. It doesn't have to be past life per se, as in a previous life. It could be something that the masculine's done in the past in this life. So let's just go ahead and see what this says. Number 35. Okay, so it says, you have talents within that have been developed through many varied life experience. You have had many lifetimes already, even if you don't recall them, helping you to evolve and grow into the loving being that you are today. So it says your desire to grow in consciousness and spiritual power, to assist in divine plan is unfolding throughout the universe, is heard and supported by the spiritual worlds in all ways. It says, to this end, past life material is being activated now for your benefit and the greater good. So this is what I'm picking up on here, because this card is about unshackling ourselves. Our own minds are kind of confining us and restricting us. But this energy here, this universal energy, is really, really calling us to activation, activating us to basically release anything. Anything that's kind of shackling us or no longer serving us. We're supposed to activate old energies. So I am picking up on past life for sure, not just in this life, but also in previous lifetimes because of what the card said. So it's talking about how we're tapping into old spirit, not old, but just spiritual knowledge that we had before, tools that we had before. So I feel like the masculine is a spiritual being. I mean, we all are. But he's being called right now to activate this part of himself. He might be very imprisoned with 3D thoughts and just kind of, lower vibrational energies. But right now he's being activated, being called, to come into some sort of service or to come into that part of himself that he always, or that who he is, who he just is, his true being, who he truly is, his higher self. He's being called right now to remove these chains or to remove the constraints of his mind in order to get into the light, to step into the light, to step into service. That's what I'm picking up on here. So that's what's happening in the masculine's ascension process right now, is removing chains that are confining him and tapping into energies that are actually going to help him to move forward and to ascend, because they're already with him. He just needs to tap into them. And I just see that he is being assisted by spirit. So for the feminine, wow. The feminine is waiting for her 10 of Cups. Look at that. But again, I don't get that the feminine is sitting around doing nothing and twiddling her thumbs waiting for her masculine to make this happen. No, she knows. She knows that this energy exists, that it's possible with her masculine. So she might be awaiting these results of all the energy and all of the effort that she's put into herself. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. But we have Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. I have no idea what that means, so let's go ahead and look into it. 28. Okay, so it says, Part of your divine purpose is to develop the power of your mind and use it for healing purposes. If you change your mind, you can change the world. Guidance and healing inspiration can come to you daily, helping improve your own life and the lives of others. Healing, opening the mind to new realities and possibilities are the gifts of Ascended Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. Wow. Okay, so this is what I'm picking up on. You're not waiting, but I'm just going to say this. While you're waiting for what you already know is basically yours, you're working on your healing. You're working on your own healing, which also helps to heal other people. So it's like you're a beacon of light for other people. So some of you might be very spiritual. You might be Reiki healers. You might be healing people in all kinds of ways, through art, through conversation, just for being a pillar of strength for others, being a support system, whatever that is. Anything can be healing. You don't actually have to be, because when we use the word healer, we think, oh, we have to be certified. We have to be a massage therapist, a doctor, we have to have a fucking PhD, we need to know Reiki and all that other stuff. No, just our presence can be healing for other people. We can be an inspiration for other people, and that can be healing. So Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael, you might be working with this Ascended Master and this Archangel, or it could be that you're channeling them, because we already saw that the feminine is channeling some energy here, and you're really channeling this within yourself, and you're a beacon of light now for other people, as well as your masculine and the world at large. So it's like you're stepping into your purpose, or you're already in your purpose and your mission right now. So the masculine right now is trying to step into his. I'm getting that the feminine is already in hers. That's beautiful. So you're in alignment with your purpose is what I'm picking up on from Spirit Divine Feminines. You're already in it. While you're waiting, you're sitting pretty. But again, you're not sitting waiting in vain. You're doing great. Love it. Now for the connection. So we have the Two of Swords. So things right now, we are at a stalemate. Things might be a little stuck right now. We already kind of felt that. And what we have here is spiritual service. So what you're going to do, you're not going to sit around. You're not going to sit around with the blinders on and stay stuck and feel like, you can't move forward because you're waiting on your masculine. I'm getting here that the masculine, even though he's trying to figure things out for himself right now, I feel like people are doing spiritual service. They're focusing on their spiritual gifts. They're focusing on their spiritual side. So I see that the feminine and the masculine are both in this energy. So let's go ahead and see what it says. Spiritual service. Okay. It says self-doubt can be a habit that is hard to break. It can slow down your spiritual progress and the fulfillment of your life purpose. Ultimately, it won't stop you, but it can make your progress seem more challenging. It's easier to fulfill your purpose when you acknowledge your own goodness and talent and do what you love to do to the best of your ability. Realize that you are enough, that your work is good, and that you have something of value to offer. It is time to let go of fear of failure, concern about your ability, and your right to live a happy and fulfilled life of success. The universe believes in you. So this is the thing. Even though we might not be able to see everything right now, even though we might feel kind of stuck, even though we might feel like things are not exactly the way that we want them to be, we're not allowing that to hold us back from our spiritual service and our mission and what we're supposed to be doing right now for ourselves, maybe for our connection, for the world at large. So the connection right now isn't being, the connection right now with where it's at isn't stopping people from being in service. And this is what I want to say, especially for twin flames out there. A lot of people feel like they can't be in service, that they can't be fulfilling their mission without their twin flame. Now, I'm not a twin flame expert, but this is just my opinion, and maybe it will help you. I think that right there is just a fixed belief system that's going to keep people stuck, that without another person, they can't fulfill their life's mission or their life's purpose. That's ridiculous. Now, if you were to come into some sort of union and fulfill that mission together, I mean, wow, that would just be amazing. But you can't wait for that. It's still your obligation, as a human being here on earth, as a light worker, whatever you consider yourself to be, to step into your own mission and do what you can do on your own. And if your person happens to join you later on, even better. But you don't wait for that to happen. You keep moving forward on your own. So this tells me here that even though things might be a little stalemate and stuck right now because of other people's, stuck energy or indecisions, doesn't mean that we can't be of spiritual service right now. Okay. So your connection isn't stopping you from your life's purpose. It's not stopping you from your mission. The only thing that's stopping you is your own thoughts about how things should or shouldn't be, or what you read or what you heard from other teachers and things like that. So that kind of thinking is just very limited. So if you're allowing this limited thinking that you can't step into mission without your counterpart, you're just holding yourself back at this point, and you're doing the world and yourself a disservice at that point. So for some reason, that message is coming through loud and clear when it comes to our own ascension process. So let's go ahead and see some of the thoughts of the masculine towards the feminine right now. Some energies that the masculine might be holding on to as far as thoughts are concerned towards the feminine. Some higher self-thoughts, maybe lower self-thoughts. We'll see. This right here is the Twin Flame Messages Volume 2. And I'm going to combine them with these cards here. And I'm also going to kind of combine this with how the masculine is seeing the feminine at this time. This right here is the Oracle of Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. Water flight. We have some sort of a burden that's being lifted and cast away. So I feel like the masculine's energy towards the feminine this week is that he doesn't want to be in this restrictive energy with her. He doesn't want to be burdened. He doesn't want to feel this heaviness between the two of them. He wants to, free this energy up. Okay. So if you guys have been in some sort of restrictive energy, he wants to release that this week. It's not saying that he will, but he wants to. That's the energy that he has towards the feminine. This right here is called the Saltwater Oracle cards. Starfish. Symbols. Beautiful. Sometimes people look at a starfish and they see eternal love. That's a connective card, soul connection card. Okay, so it says symbol. So whatever the symbol means to you, whoever's watching this video, that's what I want you to really, really take. Okay? In my particular deck, the Signs from Spirit Oracle, the starfish, I have it as safe passage. Okay? We're going to make this safe passage that we need past this burden. Whatever is holding us back, whatever is holding the masculine back from your life or from your connection, this burden is going to be cast away. Okay? So he wants to cast this away. He doesn't want it. He doesn't enjoy this burden. He doesn't enjoy this in his energy field. Okay? That's what I'm picking up on. He doesn't enjoy it. We have I'm really bad at commitment. What's really interesting, you guys, is that if you have been dealing with the masculine, so this is kind of past energy that told you, I'm really bad at commitment. I just want to be free, all this other stuff. This right here, I feel, has been a burden with him for a very long time. And so this, to me, this is a symbol that this is something that's going to be cast away at some point with this divine masculine. Okay? I thought about reaching out to you, but then I stopped myself. So I feel, again, like this masculine may have portrayed himself as a certain way to you. And right now, even though he's thought about reaching out to you, he stops himself. And it may be because he still feels like he's not sure that he can commit to you in the way that you need to. But there's a burden between the two of you that he wants to lift. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't think about reaching out to you and then stop himself. So there's something that's still burdening the masculine. I feel like he's still working through. And you are irreplaceable. So he is seeing your value. He is seeing you as something special, is what I'm picking up on. He's seeing you as this person, because the starfish is about divine love. It's about eternal love. So I feel like he is saying here to you, you are irreplaceable, as in, I may have gone into other connections, but what we had and how I felt with you has been irreplaceable. So this might have been a burden on the masculine for a while as well, and he's not communicating this to you. And he may have said, I'm really bad at commitment at one point, and that might have been completely destroyed things between the two of you before because he was bad at commitment. But you're irreplaceable, and he's thought about reaching out to you, but he hasn't. And also, it could be a symbol. If you see starfish, that could be for you to remind you of these things that the masculine is saying. But the masculine really does want to cast away this burden with you. This heaviness, this has been with the masculine for a while. He's felt this burden for some time now. If you guys have been in separation for a while, he's felt this burden. So he's not burdenless when it comes to you. And he does think about reaching out. And you are special. You're a special gem. You're like that starfish. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and see how the feminine is seeing the masculine. This right here is the Twin Flame Messages, my original. All right, we have Farewell to the Moon. Okay, so this is about cycles. This is about phases, okay? We also have Seahorse family. Oh, how beautiful. Seahorse and octopus are just two of my favorite sea creatures. So we have family. Farewell to the Moon. Appreciating and enjoying the lunar light and cycles. Family. So this is going to be specific for some of you out there. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Farewell to the moon, farewell to family. It could be that if you're waiting on a masculine because he's got a family, or there's family issues or traditions and things like that. It could be that you're, kind of waiting for the masculine to kind of work through these issues that he has that is connected to his family, his upbringing. And I'm getting that some of these things may not be positive. They may be negative. They may be burdensome. So you've been waiting for these things to clear. Again, I do get that the feminine is waiting, but she's not waiting in vain. She's aware that these things are taking time. She's aware that there are phases, that there are certain cycles that they have to go through in this connection in order to grow, to become one later on. And so she's very much in this energy of sitting pretty while she waits, but she's still working on herself and doing herself. So again, I keep getting she's waiting, but it's not in the way that it sounds. Family. It could also be that she's really dedicating more time to her soul family or her family members or even her family if she is a mother. I'm reminded of you constantly. So yeah, even if they're not together, the feminine is still reminded of the masculine constantly. She still loves the masculine, so it's there. And something, or seeing you reminds me of the things that I know deep down, and that's not always easy to deal with. So this is the thing. I feel like the feminine is okay with separation. She's okay with not seeing her masculine all the time, or if at all, because seeing him reminds her of things that are still tough, that are still hard. So I feel like the feminine is okay with the separation. She's okay with either no contact or complete separation. She still loves the masculine. She's reminded of the masculine constantly, but in some sort of way, it's like she's okay with the distance. She's okay with the fact that they're not together at this particular time and that they're not working towards union, or that they're not in union right now. They may be working towards it, but she's okay with where they're at. So she, like I said, she's waiting, but she's not waiting impatiently. She's allowing things to just kind of unfold naturally, like a cycle that needs to basically be completed in the correct way. Maybe the masculine has a family. Maybe she has a family. Maybe there's just certain cycles that need to be gone through first. But there's something going on there. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead now and move into some energies of what the angels and our guides, spirit guides, ancestors, however you resonate, how they are connected to your connection and what they have to tell you as far as advice is concerned. All right, so what do we want to do? We're going to get into these unicorns. So this is the Oracle of Unicorns. And I'm also going to use this big fat deck here of different cards from Doreen Virtue's Oracles. I just like to combine a lot of the oracles. Okay, so how is Spirit helping and assisting with this connection? What's their message? They want you to know right now in regards to the connection and how they're showing up and what their advice is. We're also going to tap back into these Angel Tarot cards. We'll get 3. Actually, we're going to get 5. I just feel 5 for some reason. I have my eyes open with this one because I just wanted to get some different oracle cards. I just don't know what they are, but... All right. Okay, let's get it. We have receive. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. Wow. So get ready to receive. We have 2 of fire. It says you've come into your own. We already know this, feminines. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. We already know this, feminines. You're already in this energy to receive. Because why? Because you're working on yourself. Because you're focused on you. Because you're doing you. Because you're showing up for you. And those that show up for themselves, the universe shows up for you. Helps you out. We have mother healing. So this is feminine healing. It could be if you're a mother, you're healing something to do with your family that just came up for the feminine. It could be your own issues with being a mother, or you have mother issues, or just there's feminine healing that needs to occur. Okay. So there's some kind of, this is also what I just got too. This could also be on the masculine's part. The masculine could have issues when it comes to mom. He could have a narcissistic parent. He could have a very overbearing mother. It could be that there's abandonment issues there. There could just be female issues because of mom. Okay, so that's also in a way that spirit is showing up right now for the connection, is to help either you or the masculine or both of you to heal in this department in the near future. So in the near future, a gift is coming to you. That's interesting. We have some sort of new beginning. Maybe it's the gift of a new beginning. We have something about winter. Now, that's not in the near future. Winter is a season. Well, it depends on where you're at in the world. Right here, we're going into summertime. I'm in Arizona. It's summertime. Let's not kid ourselves. In frickin' spring. You know, there's literally two, what do you call it, seasons here. Summer and winter, that's it. We go straight from summer to winter and winter to summer. Anyways, the answer to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. But again, regardless of where you're at in the world, this may apply to you as in the near future. We have soulmate. It says, yes, this is a soul connection. So it is with your person. Again, I don't want to give anybody false hope, but there is a gift that's coming to you because of all the hard work that you've done. It may be the gift of a new beginning, a fresh new start. It may be that it says fully realized. So it might be that you have this new beginning or this kind of little sliver, or maybe you guys start talking again in the near future, but then by winter, it's fully realized. It's fully in swing and in motion. Some sort of healing has occurred. And it's with your soul partner, your divine counterpart. It's like 2 becoming 1. It's 2 of fire. It means you're moving forward. We have new energies, new partnerships. So there's some kind of partnership. So it's because you've come into your own, you know? So yes, it's with your person is what I'm picking up on. But some of you might be open to new things as well. So just take it as it resonates with you. Because not every single person that sees this reading, that these messages are going to be 100% exactly for them. So it could come in the form of just something new is coming into your future. You're going to be receiving something. It's a gift from the universe to have a brand new beginning and a fresh new start with a soul mate, or, you know, a soul connection. You know, however you want to label it, it's totally fine. But there's a brand new beginning here, you guys. There's something happening in the near future that's going to be a gift, and it's going to come in the form of another person. That's what I'm picking up on here. Wow. So let's go ahead and see how the future may roll out with your partner, with your person. Let's go ahead and end this reading here with Twin Flame Journey Tarot and also Signs from Spirit Level Oracle that I created here. So with this particular connection, how are things likely to unfold this particular week? What's happening here this week as the week unfolds? What do we got here? Oh, that's the one. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's so beautiful. We have Eternal Flame. Wow. We have Thoughts, Page of Swords, We have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the card of taking care of ourselves. We have the Temperance, which is restoration. I just thought of it. I'm like, okay, I know in the very beginning I was talking about signs. I was talking about like fire signs. And I don't know why I stopped. I think that there might have been other cards that came through. So when I'm guided to talk about signs, I talk about signs. That's just the way that it is. I don't always remember, though. This is the card of Sagittarius, so I just got to throw that out there. But to me, our own energy really matters this week. Independence, focusing on ourselves. Our thoughts need to be on ourselves this week, not on the connection. What I'm getting here is because the connection is being restored. The connection is being healed right now. Spirit's got it. That's what it is. Spirit's got it. It doesn't mean you don't have anything that you have to do, because you still have work to do on your own self and on your own part, but try not to think so much or focus so much on it. And as I'm seeing for feminines, if you're a feminine watching this video, I'm not even really seeing that you're super hyper focused on the connection anyways. You know it's there, you feel it, you honor it, but you're still doing you. You're still focusing on you. So I just feel like you're just kind of handing it to the divine. You realize it's an eternal connection. It's been with you for a while. Your thoughts, it's not like they revolve around this connection, but your divine counterpart seems to always be with you. But you've got to learn how to become independent. You've got to learn how to still walk this journey, focusing on your own journey at the same time. And that's really difficult for some people. I don't understand. Why am I in this connection? Why do I feel this connection, but I'm not with this person? That just doesn't make sense to me. What's the point? That's just dumb. Is it? It's only as dumb and meaningless as you make it. The thing is, we don't always get a guarantee. We don't get a guarantee ever in life of anything. We just still have to walk the journey. We still have to walk the path. We still just have to trust that everything that is meant for us is going to happen when it's supposed to happen, or if it's supposed to happen. So keep your thoughts there, is what Spirit's saying. Be balanced in your thoughts, which is what the Temperance's energy is. Be balanced, and the Temperance is also a card of divine timing. When things are going to happen, they're going to frickin' happen. Try to really get your energy in the Temperance's energy. Just kind of be going with the flow, easy going. Just focus on you, do you. This connection that you feel with another person, I'm getting it's not going anywhere. So you really don't need to focus on anxiety. You don't really need to focus on, well, what if it doesn't happen? Well, if it doesn't happen, there's a reason for it. Just go with the wind, go with the flow. Be like a feather or a leaf in the wind and just go with the flow. Wherever you're supposed to be blown, however the universe is helping you along the way is going to push you in that direction. Or throughout your own energy, you're going to create the pathway for yourself. So it's just be in your own energy. Try not to focus on another person, even your flame or your soul partner. We have twin flame and soulmates that came up in this reading. It just goes to prove to you that those are just labels. And yes, people, I get it. These are specific contracts. I get it. But at the end of the day, you feel a soul connection with another person. And that's why I call my reading soul connections, because you feel it. You just know it. It's with every fiber of your being, you feel this connection. You can't help it. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter what's going on in your life, you still feel this connection, this pull. There's something that's happening here. There's something that's happening to help you and your divine counterpart in order to grow and in order to heal. So get your thoughts and your focus on your independence. Last card. Yeah, look at that, you guys. The World. Cycle completion. Because there's still some sort of cycle that needs to close out here. It also means that if something hasn't happened and you've been waiting years and years and years of your life for this person to come back or to return in your life or to restore you back to sanctity or health or whatever the situation is, you got to make this journey about you. Try not to make it about this partnership. Try not to make it about another person. This is a journey for you too. So if your partner isn't with you right now, or they don't want to be with you at this time, or they can't show up for this connection for whatever reason, you still got to walk your own path. So cycle completion means that we're ready to move. We're ready to move into new territories. We're not holding back. We're not willing to wait around in vain. We're still living our lives. We're still doing us. Okay. So it's a healthy choice to choose you at the end of the day. You know, choosing you really is choosing the best thing for you in your connection. Choose to empower yourself. And whatever's supposed to happen, whenever I see the Temperances card, to me, this is angelic assistance, helping to aid things in the proper way. So if Spirit's pushing you in new directions, don't be afraid to walk through new doors. Don't be afraid. It's only your own thoughts about things that are going to keep you stuck. Well, I can't do this because of this and because of that. I hear it all the time. And I'm going to say it about the twin flames. There's so many rules and dogma and all kinds of, stuff out there that says if you do this or if you do that, then this isn't going to happen. Are you I just get really frustrated. Are you freaking kidding me? Why is this twin flame thing now becoming like a religion? It just makes no sense to me. I don't want to be in this twin flame community if it's about rules and regulation and a fucking religion. No way. This to me is a spiritual path. It's a spiritual journey. It's an ascension process. It's the only avenue or the only spiritual walk or journey that I've been on that resonates with my being. So for me, it's life. For me, it's the only way to be. For me, it's the only thing that I've been, connected to that helps to connect me back with myself and my own inner strength and choosing myself. So it helps me. So if having a twin flame and being on this twin flame journey and all this stuff, and even if there's, no union, if it's helping me and it's helping to push me forward and to live my best life, then how can that not be amazing right there? That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. But that might not be good enough for everybody else. People may need union. They may need this. They may need that. But anytime we need something, it's never good. So just go with the flow. Go with the flow with this connection. See what's around the corner. Don't be afraid to move forward. Don't be afraid to experience mystery and magic of this journey. So I have no idea why I just went off like that in the very end. That may not resonate for some of you, and that's totally okay. But I'm just getting our own thoughts are the only thing that's holding us back on this journey. There's something about independence, you guys. You got to choose yourself at the end of the day. Yes, there is definitely some sort of a connection here, but it's being worked on right now. So we've got to be able to complete cycles within ourselves. We got to be able to close old chapters and go through new doors, ascend, level up. Okay, and even if our partner isn't ready to do the same, we still have to have that. We still have to have that independence and that courage to basically move forward for ourselves. Beautiful. But you guys saw the energies for the future, the energies that Spirit is helping to assist with this connection. It looks really amazing. And the masculine and the feminine both look really empowered to me this week. And it looks like everything is on the right track. So with that said, I feel like there's something to be hopeful for, okay? But nothing's guaranteed in life. So that's why I always say this. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for choosing to watch it. And I will see you guys next week for next week's reading. Take care. Bye-bye.